So I was going to leave it at part one. You would not believe what happened. So I'm not going to tell you. You see, life is not about where you get in society. Otherwise, people such as George Bush would be considered amongst the most successful people in society. Just today, I saw in the news this little article about pictures of the most powerful people in the world. And of course they're talking about legitimate power and financial power and what have you. And guess what? I didn't read the thing because I don't fucking care. A lot of you have life fucked up. And there are large groups of people that go way out of their way to try to get you to see it their way. For example, if you're a fag, the biggest fag of all is the fucking coolest person in your fucking mind. If that's where you place your value. If you're a feminazi, the feminist who's killed the most kids is probably your hero. And so on and so forth. I take great pride in not seeing it their way. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how many homes they have. I really don't care. I don't study how good other people are doing. That's what I consider bitch shit. I really don't fucking care. I don't look back and say, well, my classmates in kindergarten, I wonder how good they're doing, and compare it to my life, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm exactly where I want to be. Uncontrolled revolutionary, proof positive, because I'm being persecuted for what I believe, and not because I'm part of some controlled opposition movement and snitching someone out or something, but because I am genuinely uncontrolled. The top martial artist. I consider myself the closest person to God on the planet. So, from my perspective, and this is honest, I swear to God, honest, from my perspective, I am doing better than anyone else. Now, it's very funny because as soon as you put it like that, what happens? You say, well, I'm doing better. They're like, what you got going for you? How much do you make? You want to compare your wallet to mine, your bank account to mine? That's what that's what people think, right? To me, it's fucking ridiculous, If I really want something, I could fucking take it. If I really wanted to be a sellout and start making six figures, I could have done that years ago. I could have done that by the age of 21, maybe even earlier. Didn't choose that. If I really want a woman, make no mistake, I could grab the bitch, put a knife to her throat, and fucking rape her, kidnap her. I could build a fucking bunker in the ground ahead of time, kidnap the whore, disappear at night, okay. Rape the bitch, come back every night without the gang stalkers ever knowing what the fuck happened, where I go, etc. I could do that while they're watching me. But I don't give a shit about that. I take much more pleasure in busting out women for being traitors. I take much more pleasure in being the top martial artist and being closer to God. I'm much more happy. When you look around the average person, right? Average person's a miserable fuck trapped in their money, always pursuing money, always trying to be conformist, always trying to compare themselves to other people. I just simply look down on other people. I'm transcendent, I'm above them. That's why they're called spiritual bottom feeders. Do you see a piece of paper on my wall that says, the 5 richest people in the world? 6 groups of poor people? No. It says 6 groups of spiritual bottom feeders. The trash are crossed out. Do you really think that even for a moment, I'm the one that's jealous? Am I the one trolling them, trying to pretend that I'm something I'm not? Or are they trolling me because they're hiding from my top martial arts challenge and they can't help but follow me around, gang stalk me, covertly drug me, spend tons of money trying to cover up the facts? Now, if I was jealous of them, wouldn't it be the other way around? Now you're starting to see why I was right about putting the title Envy and Jealousy. Or putting those words in the title of one of my other videos before this. Where are they now? They are sick from licking boots. Some of them are licking between somebody's butt cheeks, tossing salad, eating feces, and getting their shit plugged in a secret society. Am I jealous? Oh, gosh. So they stick their dick in different Babylonian whores. And it feels good. It's fun. That's not happiness. No, sir. The most spiritual men in society are men who have a powerful connection to God. And almost every single last one of these men is some sort of a monk or a priest. Okay? They have pushed women out of their lives because women are evil. Whether you look at the Quran, the Bible, you know, women are these kind of shallow, materialistic, sissy little fucking beings. These effeminate, you know. Even the word effeminate doesn't sit well with a great warrior. And even women see it the same way, because what happens when women join the UFC? They try to be all manly and shit. They're flat-titted, fucking muscles having fucking whores, right? They're trying to be manly. You know, the women who try to see themselves as warriors when they're really not, but it's a story for another day, they don't even like the word effeminate. It implies weakness. It is inferior. It is pathetic. It is not as spiritual. It is not as transcendent. It is not as warrior-like. So no fucking shit. Even when you look at feminists and how they do what they do and their actual philosophy, they acknowledge that feminine qualities, natural female qualities, are inferior. And so they adopt some kind of unnatural shit in a vain attempt to make people think that the sexes are equal. I'm going to tell you like this. 90% of people who call themselves feminists, at least, know that women will never and can never be equal to men. It is a lie. All they're doing is supporting some sicko's complex because they think it's in their best interest. Whether they are the sicko, just the people in charge of the sicko, it boils down to sickos and their complexes, and one sicko in particular who came up with the fucking idea. And you better believe they have more than one complex. Again, a story for another day. So do I give a shit about a bunch of pale cowards? A bunch of Captain Hooks and their fucking Scrooge McDuck stash of money? Again, I draw your attention to Exhibit A. 6 groups of spiritual bottom feeders. I'll tell you like this. I would rather live homeless all my life and be the top martial artist, dirty and starving all the time, than be the richest man in the world and live lavishly, fucking different Babylonian whores 8 times a day. No shit. No fucking shit. I can be them if I really put my mind to it. I'm smarter than they are. I'm wiser than they are. It's not what I want. Do you see me, you know, even looking into computer science or the stock market or any materialistic bitch shit like that? No. I make sure that I am the top martial artist because all that matters to a real man is martial arts. All that matters to a real man is a spiritual connection to God. And the two are interconnected. One day you'll understand. You see a lot of these square-ass, geek-looking motherfuckers who are Christians. You know, I have no problem with them. I have no problem with that. You want to be this kind of, weakling, and worship God, fine. As long as you're not a spiritual bottom feeder, I'm okay with that. But don't get it twisted. There's something greater than that. And that is being some sort of a warrior spiritual person, a warrior monk, a warrior priest. Put on the armor of God. Jesus said, I came to bring a sword. And Samson, and Joshua, and the angels casting Lucifer out of heaven. There's something more powerful than just being a very humble, pacifist, spiritual man. and that is being a natural warrior of God. And I, for one, believe, as my ancestors did, as the Bible implies, that that natural warriorship will continue. That which you bind on this world will be bound in the afterlife. What are they talking about? Are you going to bring your Porsche to the afterlife? No. You're going to bring your martial arts expertise to heaven, and I will reign in that motherfucker as the top martial artist as I did on earth.